By this point, we all know that Saint-Denis is a bustling hive of life in the open world of Red Dead Redemption 2, with plenty of encounters and side missions for us to experience. However, at least in my opinion, few are quite as memorable as the side mission in which you help a misunderstood artist avoid being killed by what feels like almost everybody in the city. Yes, of course, in today's video we are going to experience the Artist's Way side mission in the fishiest fashion going. I promise this video will be worth it. In order to start this side mission chain, you need to be up to at least chapter 4 in the main story. When you are, once you get settled down in Saint-Denis and start exploring the city properly, this question mark will appear. It leads us to a rundown saloon called Doyle's Tavern. Compared to the other saloon we can visit in Saint-Denis, this one is nowhere near as fancy. It's here where we will meet the French artist Charles Shuttin.
Hey, buy me a drink, mon ami, huh? Hello! Don't be cheap, a drink!
Sure, what you want?
Brandy!
2 brandies, bud.
It's $2 a glass.
Oh, better be good then.
It's the best.
Thank you. Santé. It's quite a country you're building here, eh?
Well, me personally?
I don't know. What do you do?
Mostly, I just shoot people.
How very American of you. I love it.
What do you do?
Oh, mostly I pose, I show off, I complain.
How very French.
I know. I am ridiculous. I have been all over the world. I have seen the sights, and I have discovered the one eternal truth that I am a pies, how do you say, all ass.
Asshole.
That too. That too.
Well, at least you have some self-knowledge. Where were you on your journey?
All the civilized world. Painting my little pictures, meeting the locals, you know.
You a painter?
No, I'm a whole ass. I thought we had covered this.
Yeah, but you paint.
Not according to salons at Paris. No, according to them, I cannot draw, I cannot paint, and I should go away. And so I went away.
You miss Paris?
That smelly, filthy place with old buildings and ghosts and shit and French people. I have that right here.
I guess so.
You know,
Arthur.
Charles. You know, Arthur? Don't believe in art. It's lies. Believe in women. They're the truth. Art is lies, but the vagina, that is truth. Breasts is truth. Art, it's for idiots.
If you say so.
Ah, trust me, I've tried both. One is better. Much better. So, I must be boring you. But, here.
What is it?
It's just a little doodle. You know, entirely worthless unless you want to wipe your bottom with it. But I wanted to say thank you for the drinks.
Well, that's very kind, Charles.
No matter.
Good meeting you.
As a thank you for buying him brandy, Charles gives us this delightful drawing. After this, we have to wait a few days for the next encounter with Charles to become available. Either do other side missions and encounters or sleep in a bed non-stop, and eventually the game will inform you of Charles's current whereabouts and we can go and see him again. This time he's found himself in something of a pickle and it's up to us to help him.
Come on out! You coward! We gonna talk about what you done to my wife! You're a dead man! Hey! Who the devil are you?
As far as you're concerned, I am the devil. Now get out of here.
This cab!
I said get out of here. I don't quite know why I did that.
Because barbarity is boring, no?
It kept me amused some years.
You must go, my friend, before the gendarmerie arrive.
Hey, you gonna do right by this fella's wife?
You have done right by her. The little bird is free. I am an artist, cowboy. I must do what I feel. Look, I have an exhibit at the gallery. You come, see what I mean.
It would appear as if our friend Charles is a bit of a naughty lad. However, he's invited us to an arts exhibition, so surely he's a fun guy. Sure enough, he has an aptitude for trouble by cucking out the entirety of Saint Denis, but how could this possibly go wrong? So again, you'll want to wait about a day for this one, and at about noontime this should become available. On the map we'll be pointed in the direction of the art gallery where Charles's work is on display. If it's anything like this, then I'm going to have to invest in some bleach eye drops. So here we are at the Galerie Laurent to view some of Charles's fantastic work. Like I said, what could possibly go wrong? If you keep an ear open as you walk across the gallery floor, you will hear some interesting conversations.
Enjoy the show, if that's possible.
What's this show, then?
Mr. Charles Chatternay. Go and see for yourself, but don't blame me. Sooner you go in there, sooner you can come
I just
back.
don't like how much time you're spending with the man is all.
Just wait until you see his work. It's very progressive.
Well, I'm not so very sure how I feel about progression. Paintings or otherwise.
Come on. You won't have seen the like of it before. I promise.
Maybe that's a good thing. Hold on. Let me compose myself.
I think that it's Greek.
I hope you're okay there, miss.
Or could be Roman. You know, it's Italian most likely.
That last conversation probably wasn't anything to do with Charles Chatanet, however it was quite amusing.
It might just be from someone over in Blackwater.
Hey there. I can't seem to catch a break
The
today.
man simply can't paint.
Yeah, well, can always be worse, huh?
Look at these idiots.
Excuse me, Mr. Chatternay. Couldn't you have painted some drawers on her?
Madame, I paint her in her natural state, as she was and will be in paradise.
There's nothing natural about that.
Clothes are civilization, repression, death. To be naked is to be free, innocent, alive. Like Buddha said, you know, we are all just here to fuck.
Well, that explains the decadence of those Hottentots.
Hey, you got a picture of my wife here. In her delicates.
Henry, is that your behind? Why would you be showing it to that man?
That's my mama. As nude as the day she was born.
Stop looking at my husband's buttocks.
Stop looking at my mama.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have exposed herself like that.
This is disgusting.
The nerve on you!
That's it.
Oh, come on, Mildred. This is no place for us.
Come here, son of a bitch!
You filthy little man! Oh! Come on, horse, we're leaving!
I'm coming after you, Frenchie.
Hey,
All right.
Naturally it ends in a brawl. Who could have expected this? I know I certainly didn't, but apparently the general consensus around Saint Denis is that people aren't appreciative of the Frenchman's art.
This show is well and truly over. Let's get out of here. Come on, I know a place where I can disappear for a few days. Follow me.
So now we're tasked with helping Charles get to safety.
This way, come on. I think we are okay. The exhibition, what can you say? It was not boring.
that it was not.
Art test people, push them. I thought I was a fraud, a no-talent brush washer. Now I'm not sure. We provoke emotions, no?
You keep provoking emotions like that, and all your canvases will have punch holes through.
I told you I was a whole ass.
You did, and you are. Now maybe go be an asshole somewhere else for a while.
Ah, here we are. I know a lady over here. She may let me stay for a while.
Good luck.
That picture I gave you, it will be worth something someday. I can feel it.
Perhaps. Right now, seems like the only thing it'd get me is a kick in the balls.
Oh, you are funny, you know. I hope to see you again sometime. My angel, my little bird, it's me!
Bit of a strange way to enter a house, but fair enough. For the final encounter we can have with Charles Chatanet, we'll have to wait another couple of days. Once the encounter becomes available, again we'll get a marker on the map telling us where to go. When we approach the general area where this side mission is, you will notice that Charles is wearing a dress. You right there, mate? When I was recording, honestly, this shit me up so bad. So let's approach the lovely bearded woman.
My friend, it is me, Charles Chatanet, the painter.
Okay. What are you dressed up like that for?
Oh, I am a wanted man, persecuted for my art.
As bad as it is, I don't think that the art is the problem.
In Paris, they say leave, go far away. We will never understand you here. I say, I go to Saint-Denis. They say that is not far enough. It seems to me that they were right. But it doesn't matter. Now, I go to South Pacific. They always tell me the light there is perfect for my work.
Well, so long as they weren't telling you that just to get you on the other side of the world.
Perhaps. It doesn't matter. Help me get to the next ship. They are watching the port, and I need a chaperone.
Okay, come on.
Oh.
So now we're tasked with escorting Charles to the port, with the only catch being Charles is in drag.
I'll tell you what I want, miss. Civilization. So repressive, so stifling. I can hardly breathe in this city.
Yeah, I kinda know what you mean.
Why I thought I would find my way in a country founded by Puritans, I'll never know.
As we go, we discover the extent of Charles's shenanigans.
I know those men. I shot in the bar.
What? So now we are tasked with hiding behind a trolley as it passes these men because Charles pooed on their bar, and these men somehow knew to look for a bearded man wearing a dress. Now, Charles really gets up to some nonsense.
We are away. Come now, follow me.
Those fellas, you shat on their bar?
But of course, I needed to shit. Hey, come on! My fresh excrement was better than any of the drinks they served in there.
Remind me to avoid that place.
It isn't long before we encounter some more of Charles's delightful friends.
Back. The money lenders. We go another way.
That man owes us some money.
We go through here. What's this? Quickly! Oh, it's nothing. I thought I knew him.
Please do not do that again. Now get moving, come on. So, wait. You ain't sold none of your work?
There is always a heavy demand for fresh mediocrity, but new kinds of brilliance. Not so much.
The new kinds of...
The Berlin affair. We go there.
Where you going, pretty lady?
Anywhere you want, mon ami.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure if that man's walking away with an erection or confusion.
This way, to the end of the docks.
I was going to buy the red ones to bring out the colors in your cheeks, but then I thought the...
Hush! Hey, I may know these people.
But maybe something gayer. A purple, perhaps? We are in Saint-Denis, after all.
Bar shitting, money borrowing, wife stealing. You sure got a way of ingratiating yourself with people.
If the purpose of life was to be liked, it would be very boring indeed.
I've developed the feeling the purpose ain't to be hated.
Hate, love, they are the same. I provoke, I challenge, I amuse, do I not? With my impropriety, a mediocre life is meaningless. A bold life, filled with art and truth, dirty truth, that is something that matters.
Well,
Look at you, pretty little thing!
Hello, boys.
come on.
Come on back now, baby.
How do those guys not notice that Charles is a man? Alright, you know what, don't question it. Not long after this, we get close to Charles's ship, and his freedom from the perils of Saint-Denis is in sight.
I hope the sailors know who they're bunking with.
We have many weeks together. We will get to know each other well.
Well, good luck to all of you.
Relax. Hey, up here. She is my ship. We made it!
Of course, waiting for us aboard the ship are some of Charles's other mates, who run up to me and punch me in the face.
Charles? Come on, you better hope this ship's leaving soon.
My word, you really are a cowboy. Now I have no choice but to leave. Adieu. Merci, mon ami.
So long. If they don't like you in the islands, keep on going to the South Pole.
Ah, yes. I hear there the light is really fantastic. Au revoir.
Well, I'm glad that's over. My new mates down here might disagree. Well, now I have to run from the authorities. Naturally, the Saint Denis police are no match for me, and I managed to escape without any real issues. Well, now I'm free to reflect on the interesting experience that I just had with Charles Shuttin, a misunderstood French artist who moved from Paris to Saint Denis, only to be misunderstood here as well. Or at least that's how he portrays it. However, from our experience, it would appear as if he is quite capable of causing endless mischief by borrowing money that he can't pay back, sleeping with married women, pooing on people's bars, and dressing up in drag and frightening people. The arguably offensive nature of his artwork is only what appears to be the tip of the iceberg for our universally loved friend Charles. No doubt trouble will follow him after Saint Denis and will inevitably be the end of him. However, when he boards this ship, this is not actually the last that we'll hear from Charles. No, because eventually you will receive a letter. It reads as follows: Mon cher ami, which translates to my dear friend. I made it. I have the sun on my face, sand between my toes, and a beautiful vahini in my bed. The islands are everything I thought they would be and more. You would not believe the light and the colours and the people here. So much brighter and more alive than anything or anyone in Saint Denis. It feels like a world away, which of course it is. You may be surprised, but you are my only true friend from those dark, dreary days. Honestly, that one's a shocker. You did not ask for anything, you only gave. How perfect, how rare. I detest selfish arses more than civilization itself. But what is civilization really but organised selfishness? I must constrain my most primal and vital desires so you may be comfortable. Pas, no merci. This island paradise is what the civilized world will call primitive, but the people here are the most generous, in ways I may not put into words I have met. Why is this? Because they are free. I have never painted like I paint now. It is work that the likes of which has never been seen. Before I sent this, I shipped some canvases to New York to be sold. Perhaps if you own that little scribble, it may be worth something now. Either that or laugh at my ineptitude. Always yours, Charles Shuttin. Or as I like to call him, Charles Shut on your bar. What's interesting is, despite being misunderstood by the majority, Charles Shuttin does have a cigarette card, which perhaps portrays him physically in a more proper light than he actually was, but I thought that was a fascinating little feature. It is believed that Charles Shuttin is based on the French artist Paul Gauguin. I hope I pronounced that right. I do Google these things. His works were often also deemed outright obscene by critics, becoming a controversial figure at art galleries due to this criticism as a result of sexualized artwork created in French Polynesia, among other shenanigans that are perhaps best off not being mentioned in this video. But what's most interesting is this little thing that I realised. Charles Shuttin managed to escape to French Polynesia, and do you know what's a part of French Polynesia? Tahiti, which is where at one point Dutch Van der Linde fantasized about taking his gang to escape the law and start life fresh. And so it goes to show that Charles Shuttin managed to make it to Tahiti, but the Van der Linde gang did not. So Mr. Shuttin managed to escape, start a new life somewhere and live better than he ever has before, but the gang didn't. So it raises the question, could escaping the country have been easier than Dutch Van der Linde made it out to be? I don't want to ramble about that, but it was a fascinating little thing that I noticed. But please do let me know what you think about that down in the comments section. And as one final point, at the Saint Denis fence, the sketch that Charles gives Arthur is in fact more valuable after he leaves the city, though only increasing from $2.20 in value to $4.23, and that's only at the fence in Saint Denis. So I suppose that concludes today's video on the side mission chain The Artist's Way. It's one of the smaller side mission chains, but it's still rammed with interesting little details. But thank you all for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, that would be super appreciated. Let me know what you would like me to take a look at next in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2. There's still plenty for me to find, I can smell it. And hopefully I will see you all very soon with another video at some point. But until then, goodbye.